I can see 50% of attending. You need to steer that way.
That's his death metal band. Very hard.
I'm gonna get out as soon as the camera.
Excellent.
I'll try to lean back a little bit.
How you been?
Oh, I made the same mistake.
Yeah? Did I hear you change tunes? Oh yeah, oh, I know Optimize. I used to
So let's go.
at my agency. That's right, that's San Francisco, right? Yeah, cool. Something pretty close to the museum there. Yeah. I used to work in San Francisco office, so now I'm going to go to I like it there.
Immediately 60 people. Like I turned it on and there's 60 people. Which means they were sitting there waiting. What?
He does the live game, we don't do any of it. Because it's all live. We don't really want to do editing because the editing's wrong. So editing is one battle test battle we did like 140 hours.
And it says that's a lot of IPC points. Honestly, just that guy, this guy, and that guy over there is a crazy number.
Like 3,600.
I'll take this crown.
We're starting in 2 minutes. You have to be somewhere between Danny and John.
Three of us live together.
Go. Actually, Danny, you're not in at all. Michael's arm is the end of the
Actually, we don't have to use your sometimes there's like a giant
too low. Oh, they can't see your seductive play.
We gotta sit up, man.
damn it. Hand it down. Hand it down. I don't like it.
Okay.
Excellent.
So, the number of people that were watching went down, and it occurs to me we're making a ton of noise. So we're just going to get started. I'll come over here and wave, and then I'll step back out of the frame. We're live, yes.
We've been live? Yeah.
The whole time.
And no one heard him.
So, hi everybody. I'm Colin from Bested Faction. Welcome to Charity Hammer 2 Electric Boogaloo. I'm going to step back over here. This is the official kickoff of Charity Hammer 2 Electric Boogaloo. We did start streaming a few hours ago. Maybe I'll just step over here. I think it's weird for me to be out of frame. We did start 3 hours ago. That was mostly because I didn't want the streams that had promised to be after this rather than before. So we did extra streams starting 3 hours ago. Now we are going to start the 48 hours immediately after this of nonstop streaming. 2 streams that are going the whole time. The Down Under Network stream will go during 9 a.m. to midnight Pacific time. So welcome. Thank you so much for supporting us. I'm proud to tell you all that we are already at $5,400 raised for Child's Play. Which is great. Last year we raised $6,700 the entire effing time. So $5,400 already is pretty great. There is a big deal going on. Where are you at, Alex? Yeah. Alex, right here. You see all this hair up here?
It's gonna go away.
Alex, stand up.
If we get stand up, Alex.
Front and center.
I'm in the store.
Yeah, thanks. If we raise $10,000 for the children, we're going to shave all of this.
We're already halfway there.
And Chuck tells me that we're going to do it in an entertaining pattern that involves embarrassing photos.
I mean, we can do it in stages based on the money.
Oh, I like that
If
too.
we hit 12,000, he'll say something else too.
Not on camera.
Mark's back.
It's not the first time I've done
Do
it
we
for
have the
charity.
time?
I got whacked publicly.
I'll pay you
Matt says
nicely
it's not the
now.
first time he's done it for charity. Okay, all right. So, super duper appreciate. Oh, I'm right in front of the camera. Over here. This is the delayed thing. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so thanks everybody for coming. We super appreciate you guys watching us and supporting us. The amount of money that we've already made is incredible. We'll pass next year soon. You guys have to donate to make that happen. We'll talk more about that in a second. Before we go any further, basically what we're doing here is we're going to do 48 hours of non-stop gaming from some of the best 40K players in the world. There will be 3 streams going most of the time. There's also a stream commentator that's going to be sitting there, not actually commentating, but watching stream host the whole time to make sure you guys know what's going on and can follow what's happening. Before I go any further, I want to introduce all these wonderful people who took their time really in this holiday season to come out here. Some came from a really long ways. If before they start talking, you'd like to guess who came from the longest way. That's right. And then the person who spent the literal longest number of hours to get here is actually not here yet. I thought it was going to be somebody else, but it's not. So I'm going to point at you. I'd like you to tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and what's the coolest thing you've ever won. It doesn't have to be the biggest thing, the thing you're the most proud of winning. Okay? And some people are like podcast hosts and not tournament winners. So if somebody says an RTT, we're not going to make fun of them. Okay. So Danny.
Hi, I'm Danny. I am a co-host on the Mob Rules podcast. The coolest thing that I have ever won, I won Best Sportsmanship Award at a tournament one time. I was very, very proud of that.
Okay, great. And by the way, I forgot to mention, we're also going to mention the thing that we're promoting, like our podcast, our YouTube channel, whatever. To you.
Yeah, Michael Timpey, California. I'm a host on the High Lords of Terror podcast. And I was really proud of coming in third at a major with Necrons this year.
I think that's right behind him. Go for it, Zach.
My name's Zach.
You're from here?
Oh, I'm from here. Yeah, I'm a local. I'm a local guy. The thing I guess I'm most proud of, I managed to win my first major earlier this year, and I won that at top table against a very good player, my buddy Alex.
Who's right there in the purple?
Yeah, absolutely. Good player, and it was one of the best games of 40K I've ever played.
That sounds great. Behind Zach?
Me?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Jim Vessel. I'm from Vancouver. I'm most proud of winning the hobby track this year and I'm still maintaining a high ITC score, so.
Well, you're number 2 right now, so I think the high ITC score might be okay.
That's what I said.
No, I thought you said a high ITC score, and I'm like, we already have one of those. Next to Jim.
Hi, I'm Pickle. My real name's not important. I'm a local as well. I don't win things, but I did get best favorite army the other day at a RTT thing.
With what army?
12 assassins and some building bullshit.
Sterling Patrick special.
Yes. So that's
Who
great.
voted your favorite opponent with that?
Hi, I'm John Paul.
Hold on.
Hey, I'm John Paul. I'm 20 minutes north of here, which is nice. And my best one is probably my first major I won last year, Storm of Silence.
And you are the original creator of?
Oh yeah, I created competitive 40K on Facebook.
Yeah.
Which is take for design.
Next to you, Harrison.
Hi, my name's Harrison. I'm a local here, and my favorite thing I've ever won was I won Best Sportsman at the West Coast GT up in British Columbia.
Great. Right in front of you.
Hey, I'm Brian Pullen. I'm from the San Francisco area, originally from Canada. And I guess my favorite recent would have been winning SoCal this year.
Which is pretty freaking great, right? You know what? You know what? Tao wins things. Who's next?
I'm Richard Siegler. I'm originally from New York, but live in Florida. My favorite win, or most prestigious win so far, has been the Nova Open. And I am going to be part of Art of War next year, sponsored by Team Obey Alliance. So check us out on Twitch and Twitter.
And he's currently number 1 in the ITC.
Side note.
I haven't put the score in.
Oh, the score's not in yet. Sorry, Jim's currently number one in the It's hard when Jim posts publicly that Richard passes him. That's when I changed. I was like, fine, and I changed the RTK rankings to do that. Yeah. Let's go over to you.
Hi, I'm.
You better say it.
I'm Batman. My name's Mitch Pelham, and I'm part of the Best in Faction podcast. And it's hard to say what my favorite accomplishment. Honestly, being part of establishing Charity Hammer is probably my favorite thing.
No, I can't answer that.
You can't do. Colin and Nick came to us with this idea, and it's been amazing. It's actually no, that's not fair. I'm really proud to have taken this year to become a judge and to be on the LVO judging staff. That's been a huge accomplishment for me.
Yeah, Mitch has done a lot of the TOing in our area this year.
So
He's been doing excellent.
Big deal for me, and I'm really proud to have been able to stay in the community that way while I haven't been able to play. So yeah.
Awesome. And just to remind everybody, that's the thing they're looking at, not me. So let's go to, we missed you, Nick.
Yeah, so I'm Nick. I'm from New Jersey. I'm soon to be moving to Florida to do some streaming with Obey Alliance and Art of War with Richard Siegler and Mark Perry. My most proudest accomplishment for GT so far has probably been winning ETC back-to-back. That was pretty cool. And then, outside of performance, my most proud accomplishment is just trying to help legitimize 40K competitively. I feel like I've done a lot for growing it, so happy about that.
Awesome. And you're 3, 4?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, people care. So
3 or 4. I'm one of those.
Right.
I am 4.
Okay. Because I think Nick Rose
I
think Nick Rose passed you. Yeah, next to you.
Right. My name's Chuck. I'm the third member of the Best in Faction. Mitch actually moved into the way. I'm the third member of the Best in Faction crew. I think I'm local. I think my best accomplishment would be winning the Storm of Silence GT and bringing the Orc Death Star into the meta for 7th edition.
I like the 7th edition reference there. Next to you.
Hi guys, JT from Play on Tabletop. I'm also the TO for the West Coast GT. Make sure if you're on the West Coast, come check us out this year, April long weekend, or Easter weekend, I should say. My proudest accomplishment, I've won some overalls, I've won some best in factions and such, but playing single faction Drukhari for the solid 2 years is far and away my best accomplishment thus far.
So your accomplishment is stubbornness.
My accomplishment is sheer stubbornness and the willingness to get kicked in the teeth.
All right, great. Next to you.
Hi, I'm Alex McDougall from Canada as well. This is my team captain. My proudest accomplishment was probably last year's Best in Faction for Tyranids and pushing that Tyranid flag forward.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. That picture of you're like so happy.
Oh yeah.
I was sitting next to him, I took a picture of him, and Alex is just like beaming.
I set a goal and I achieved the goal.
You did, it's true. Next, Alex.
I'm Darren. I'm from Ottawa, up in Canada. I'm a co-host and content producer for Can Hammer, and happy to be providing one of the streams for Charity Hammer for the 2nd year in a row. And I'm not sure I have any gaming accomplishments. I stick stubbornly to Custodes. And I did win the Sudbury team tournament as the member on the team, taking all the bad matchups.
Nice. And then the person who traveled the farthest in miles, but not in hours, which is hilarious.
Dan Peter. Hey everybody, my name's Adam from Down the Network, Down in the Pairings, and Team Australia for ETC. My best accomplishment is I won the last Australian major in 7th edition, and one of the prizes was I got to tear up and destroy the 7th edition rule. I went straight to invisibility and I ripped it out with my teeth. That's as good as it gets.
I like that a great deal. By the way, there are people in the chat talking how handsome you are, but it is the Down Under Network saying
me.
that.
It's on me.
All right. That's great. Next to you.
Alright, hi, I'm John Lennon. I'm from the Florida Man 40K podcast, and I'm from Tampa, Florida. Probably my proudest gaming accomplishment has been being a member of Team Brohammer and taking them in about 2 years from being a team that I just started out to number 1 in the ITC, going into LVO.
Nice. And down here on the floor.
Well, Mark Perry, probably proudest accomplishment is similar to what John is like. joining Brohammer and us growing from there and getting second place at ATC this year. Like, that was reasons and goals. And also building the Old Bay Alliance stream and working with Nick and Siegler for also the English, Art of War. So that puts a lot of smiles on my face.
I'm super amused that Gus was laying there and even hit that whole time. All right.
Me?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm Chris Blackham from England originally, but moved to Charlotte, North Carolina. I have zero things to plug. So I'll plug this thing. What's that, OB Alliance thing?
OB Alliance?
That's the thing. War or something. But my proudest achievement probably was Adepticon, getting best sports and qualifying for the top 16.
I think we should also introduce Gus.
Yes.
I don't think they can see him.
Never mind then.
He's too small. His tail.
He's too small. Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Chris. So that's who we have here. It is a wonderful mixture of high-level competitive 40K players as well as content producers and really people that advance the hobby in a great deal. Some people in here do both of those things. But in general, that's the collection that we have. Absolutely wonderful. We also have a lot of sponsors. All of the podcasts that were mentioned. I think did everybody remember to mention their podcast? You had yours too? Okay. In addition to that, Hammerhead Games has provided a bunch of stuff for us to give away. Hammerhead makes really great trays and markers and rulers and things like that. You can get them with Charity Hammer pictures or Biff Pod chip pictures on them if that's important to you. But Tony does great work and is a big supporter of this. Check out hammerheadgames.com.
.net.
Hammerheadgames.net.
I got it right, Tony.
Also, who here likes Adam Abramowitz?
I love him, but not going to slap him.
And Army Painter Brown is great. That's awesome.
So Adam Abramowitz has been working with the Army Painter, and last year donated a master paint box that we gave away. And he said, screw that, and he donated 6 different boxes of paints that we're giving away. So Army Painter, absolute sponsor. Also, yeah, go ahead.
Hammerhead Games is also putting on the Shark Week GT. Yeah,
Shark Weekend.
Shark Weekend, sorry. GT, August 29th and 30th. So that's something that you can check out on Facebook. Check that out. It's going to be a cool event.
It's taking place in Sacramento, California, which has an airport that's cheap to fly into.
He can project his voice much better than I can.
Yeah, so Shark Weekend. Check it out on Facebook. It's going to be a great weekend. It's our first major that our team is actually doing from the ground up. We've sponsored many other events and been a big part of those, but this is our first. That's just us.
Okay.
And what's the date on that again?
August 29th and 30th.
There we go.
Cool. We also have 2 commission painters that are sponsoring us. My wife, which is Old Dog Nutrix Studios, is going to be giving away painting a model for someone. Her Instagram is Old Dog Nutrix Studio, and she painted all of my army. So if you've seen me at a tournament and you like my stuff, she paints my stuff. We're also sponsored by Harrison's wife's commission paint, which is Storm Shield Studios,
Storm Shield Studio,
which you can find on Facebook.
Facebook and Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah.
Everything.
So we have 2 commission painters living 10 minutes from each other, and then we also have the guy that does the neoprene. 3D6 Wargaming. Sorry, we have a dog problem. Okay. Also, 3D6 Wargaming made these ridiculously cool neoprene objective markers for us.
Oh yeah.
I think they're the same. I think it's the same company that made the Knights ones.
Yeah, the Knights, the Team America one, soon to be the Art of War ones.
They make really great quality.
It's super high quality. It's like diameter-based objectives, so
They
if you're
look
standing
great.
on that, you're holding the objective.
They
Yeah.
look great.
And did I get it? 3D6 Wargaming, right? That's the name of the
3D6 Wargaming.
Wargaming.
Okay. I just wanted. He sent like a lot of those, and I wanted to make sure I got that right. Okay. Mark, can you make it make less noise?
I'm trying to figure out how to.
There's a 100-pound lab on the floor that you guys can't see, and it's very involved in
Just
the.
to be effective.
I got it. Okay.
It's just
All right. So that's the intros. That's great. Here's what's going on with the raffle. We have a massive amount of prizes. I think we have thousands of dollars in Games Workshop product. We have coaching from Nick. We've got painting. We have giant boxes of paint. I'm going to be raffling them as we go. We gave away a Blood Angels Battle Force box set already, which I'm sure is like $150 or something. Super duper cool. And I've drawn 2 more names right now. How do you get on this list? You donate at least $30 to Children's Hospital there to us, and we'll give it to Child's Play. I got messed up there. Every $30 puts you in the spreadsheet. So if 60 gets you 2, 90 gets you 3. Right now there's 160, so you can figure out your own odds based on that. And we will be doing that the whole weekend. Lots of great stuff. Just huge prizes are going to be going out. You guys need to donate. We also can't shave Alex's head if you don't donate.
Is it every 30 gets you a spot on there?
Yeah. I'll just mention, if anyone that was watching the stream has had a sick kid, kids have a much more difficult time at the hospitals than us adults. They're much harder to keep acclimated and keep happy. They don't understand what's going on. It's really terrible. The charity all this money goes to, and by the way, 100% goes to it. Stephanie and I are feeding these people and taking care of them. People paid their own money to fly out here. There's literally not a single dollar we're bringing in that's going back into the event. It all goes to charity. It goes to Child's Play. They make sure that those children's hospitals have games and toys and video games and things for those kids. Everybody watching this likes games. We all like games. Let's make sure those kids have games. So that's the real reason to donate, but also if you'd like to win stuff, we can do that too. In fact, Jack Boyle, anybody know Jack? The community's weird. There was a reasonable chance somebody went, yeah, what?
Old Jeff just horrible jokes.
Jack Boyle won. Jim Vessel. Where's Jim at? No. Jim donated a whole bunch of unopened Chaos Comp product. And he would like Jack, who I'm sad that none of us know because it's going to make this more challenging. He would like Jack to pick one of those things, and Jim's going to paint that thing for him and send it off to him. So Jack, probably just contact you. If Jack Boyle should message you on Facebook.
my cell phone.
You got your numbers.
And Jack, if you don't know who Jim is,
867-5309.
if you don't know who Jim is, he paints really well.
Yeah,
So
Jim's he's number one in the hobby track. It'll be incredible. And then somebody that we do all know won the starter Army Painter starter paint box, and it is Sean Naden.
You won that?
Yeah.
I'm glad he's watching and donating.
What's that?
I'm glad he's watching and donating.
Exactly right.
Go, Sean.
So that's what's going on there. How are we doing on time? We're great. Okay. So let's talk about the agenda. So all these guys have games. The schedule is at charityhammer.com. And what's going to happen is it's a lot of just exhibition games. And then tomorrow morning, there's a 14-person RTT. Raise your hand if you're playing in the RTT. See, it's like everybody. Not everybody, but it's a lot of us. Me as well. And that's going to be single elimination. What did I do with the prize? Oh, man. I don't have the prize. I was going to show it to them. John, can you run into my bedroom? It's a black box sitting on the dog crate. Okay, so single elimination RTT tournament. Mr. Sigler and Mr. Vessel have a bye in the first round because they're the top 2 ranked ITC people. If I win actually, Zach and I are playing the first round, and the winner of our game plays Sigler.
Which is funny because we play all the time.
We play constantly, yes. And then I'm not sure, I don't remember which game feeds into you. But if they win, they will get They will get a 3D printed plasma pistol provided to us by Warbird. Battle Lab.
Don't overcharge.
Which is a sponsor that I totally forgot until just now.
I don't know if I'd shoot that if I was you.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have reroll ones. I'm not going to shoot that. Okay. Hold on, guys. So Warbird Battle Labs produce that. They produce incredible terrain. It's most of the terrain that we're running at this tournament. You will see it on the tables. You can find them online. He also does Twitch streaming, and if you're local, it's Jason Bird who runs the best tournaments in the state, and in Western Washington. I'm not going to get in a Bob versus Jason competition here. Right, exactly. It's not good. So that's really great. That'll be happening. Those games start at 9 a.m. Pacific tomorrow morning, and then they go through the weekend. The final game is at 3 o'clock Pacific on Sunday. At the same time, there's also a speed painting competition if you don't want to watch that game. But what if you can't watch everything? Well, everything's recorded. So Twitch will have all of these up on us. It's 2 months. Are your videos up for 2 months on your guys' too?
14 days. But
14 days? Okay. So we're going to download it all. We're going to throw it all up on YouTube.
Yeah.
So it'll all be on YouTube. That took a long time last time, but we got it done. Yes.
Did you tell them that all the different channels we're streaming to?
Oh, thank you. I forgot to do that.
Yeah.
So stream number 1 is twitch.tv/biffpod. That one's easy because you're all watching it right now.
Maybe.
103 people. Nice.
Yeah.
Stream number 2 is Canhammer TV, Darren's channel, Canhammer_TV, and then Down Under _ Network.
Yep.
All of those links are at charityhammer.com. When you look at the agenda, it will literally link you into the stream that you want to watch. So those are the 3 streams. It's not that one stream's better than the other. They're all equal production value. They all have good people playing on them.
Did you say Down Under Network?
Yeah, Down Under _
When you said it, yeah.
Network.
Yeah.
Down Under Network.
That's right.
Yes. So that's what's going on there. All of that will kick off in about 39 minutes. But what we're going to do now is the Twitch chat is going to ask questions of this group. So get your questions in for someone here. It can be serious. It can be silly. I do not care.
Colin, did you decide what you're doing with the sisters' bonus?
I haven't decided that yet. We'll figure it out. It might just be the last thing we raffle, right? Because it's the biggest prize we have left. So let's see if we have any great questions here. Someone wants to know how Adam is from the long flight. Oh, we didn't say who's taking the most hours to get here.
Yeah, it's not even here yet.
No, you're good.
He's still winging his way.
I think we should do like a tribute to him or something. I think we should just tell the story.
Should we all caca together? Is that what
Summon a Falcon.
So the Falcon, which you guys might know from Stat Center or
Chapter Tactics.
Chapter
40K stats.
Yeah, or 40K Stats, Chapter Tactics, yeah. Peter Colissimo, that goes by the Falcon, he's coming. He was supposed to be here at 10 o'clock this morning. He is still in flight. He is a very tired bird. Basically, he woke up, drove 8 hours to an airport, discovered at that airport that he did not have his passport, had his friend, who was a pilot, bring the passport with him when he flew down, got the passport, and then waited for inclement weather to be done to fly here. I don't know if he's in flight. I don't know when he's going to get here, but we will have a Falcon at some point. Hopefully he's here he's playing at midnight, I think.
Yeah.
So hopefully he's here by then.
Yes, you actually get to see the Falcon play.
Yes, you will actually get to see the Falcon play. He has explained that there's no one to play where he lives. And so, because he lives, I think there's like 7 people where he lives.
Yeah. The 3 of them are his family.
And 30 wolves.
I'm gonna cast Invisible.
The bear, but he's a whack player. That bear.
Get out of here with that.
So let's see. What is Nick drinking?
Coffee. Oh, it's gone. The coffee.
Misinformation.
There's also a question about ATC teams. None of them are set yet. Like I should just ignore all those questions, right?
ATC teams?
Well, the U.S. team's set.
I mean, every country has their different release schedules. Some are set, some are not. USA is set.
Look over here.
Oh.
This is where everybody is.
Well, you're standing there.
I understand you're talking to me. I get it.
USA is set. Not all countries are set. Every team reduces on their own time, kind of thing. Yeah.
Tim wants to know the first model that we bought, and I'm going to call on just a couple people that have been playing forever. Chuck, do you remember? What was it?
Metal Space Wolf Terminator with assault cannon and a chain fist.
That's an awesome first model. Let's see, who else has been playing? Chuck's been playing for over 20 years. Who else? Over 20 years?
I'm on
Oh yeah.
That's great. JT, I want to know your first model.
Was a metal Space Elf Corsair, the old Jetwing pack.
Oh,
Trader
nice.
era. I still have the model.
Alex, was it a bug?
It was Tyranids, it was a box of Hormagaunts, and the best part is the model still hasn't changed.
Nice.
Hormagaunts
So-
are identical 20 years later.
We've talked about this on the podcast. I played as a teenager with Chuck and then lost track for 20 years. So I have painted models in this house from 20 years ago, and I happen to know that my first model is a metal dreadnought that is that has the banner. It has the.
And it's tiny. Yeah, it's like
It is tiny and dense.
Yeah.
It's tiny and dense. You raise your hand. You've
Yeah.
been playing forever. What was your first model, Poland?
Mine was a Warhammer Fantasy High Elf Spearmen.
Ooh.
They were like super model, but you have to buy 40 of them. They all had the exact same piece.
Who else played fantasy first?
Oh yeah, that was the first game out.
Yeah.
What else is cool?
I started Lord of the Rings.
Whoa.
You're the only person ever.
I did play Sigmar while waiting for 40K to have actual rules. I was not going to play 7th edition. Why won't Alex play Ridge Runners?
Come on! It's probably the first game I played in that.
Ridge Runners are 2-0 this weekend.
Ridge Runners, I played Ridge Runners and I beat Sigler with Tau in a reasonably unfair game, but it still happened. And I beat John's Fist. Both games that John and I were convinced I would lose, but it turns out Ridge Runners have special magic powers. Okay. The reason why Nick is not drunk is because we're not getting drunk.
They are not getting
Okay. Let's see. Jim, what game are you most excited about this weekend?
I'm excited to lose to Richard twice. Round him the true heart and soul of 140K.
America's Sweetheart,
Yes.
I believe is what was decided. Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready to relinquish my crown.
Okay. How about you, John? Most excited game?
I'm actually most excited for the next game, which is me playing Dark Angels into the 3rd best Tau player in the room.
North side on, please.
What's in your Dark Angels?
He has a sword.
Fair.
He has a sword.
I literally played just 4 tournaments and I'm still top 10 for Tau.
He has a sword.
Okay.
Farsight.
Fine, whatever. Don't care. You're dead to me.
Sounds
like you don't care.
Most excited game, Chris.
It's probably gonna be Perry in 3 hours. This is gonna be so beautiful.
Alright, that was great. Let's move on.
Chris have played 4 times since they got here.
We had no idea. They only started 6 months ago.
We played so much in that 6 months.
I know.
Raise your hand if you airbrush paint.
7-1.
Raise your hand if you do not use an airbrush. Nice. Raise your hand if you don't paint your own stuff.
I'm not.
Yeah. Nice.
Notice both those people have spouses that do commission painting.
That's the secret.
That's accidental. No, it's not. So what happened is we bought Age of Sigmar to play with the kids. And I got the models out and I went to work and Stephanie said, I'm going to try painting it. And I'm like, okay, because I was always bad at it. So I'm like, fine. And she opened the book and followed the actual Games Workshop, this is the colors it should be. And I came home and the guy looked better than anything I had ever painted. And I'm like, okay, well, you're in charge of painting now. And it's almost 3 years later and she still paints all the stuff.
And how many painting awards have you won?
Oh, a lot. I don't know.
Yeah.
A half dozen?
More than 2, more than 1 half.
Well, we're actually more excited about, the thing we get excited about is the best overall trophies.
Right.
Because that means I did well and she did well, and that's really fun. So, there's a lot of Tyranid chat happening. Part of that is because John is in the chat causing it. So, in case you missed it, can I donate to have Darren forced to play Tau and 1,000,000 drones?
I think you have to donate. That's just going to happen. Darren, the models are here.
Darren and I have.
There's a lot of Tau here.
It's just going to happen.
If Alex is shaving his head,
So yes then, right?
Yeah, so Darren and I have a game schedule, and if you donate, I will bring Tau with 1,000,000 drones and riptides.
Yes, so I know who you are. If you want to see that, the person who just said that, donate, and I think he already has, but donate again. And
We'll see.
and you'll have to see, and Darren will have to play Tau.
And the time slot I think is 6 to 9 p.m. Saturday. I think.
It sounds like Jim Vessel really likes apple fritters.
I actually hate apple fritters. They're my most hated donut.
They're like the only donut. They're like
Best donut.
It's not really.
Yeah, isn't a donut really?
I'm a Boston cream kind of guy.
well, then the 2 different people that said we should make them for you are mean.
Who knows that about? I
did. Well, I'm around here.
Where did that come from?
Ooh, this is a good one. Of the GSC players in the room, we have I don't know.
They're dead. 0 now. Except for Alex.
We have
There's only the one
remaining.
Yeah, but of the GSC players in the room of tournaments wins for the past 2 years, do we have all of them?
Damn near.
You have all of them in.
Oh, Nick Rose.
Yeah,
We need
There's a lot of Europe.
We need them to be here. Yeah, but a huge amount. So how many?
Massive amount.
2/3 is good.
How many tournaments did you win with GSC?
A lot. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot. Okay, the question is right now, can GSC win a major?
With
GSC?
What?
With Tyranids. Forces of Hive Mind.
Forces can.
Forces can.
You say yes as well.
With some matchup help.
Nick, what do you think?
If you get really lucky with matchups.
Yeah, the problem is that the lists we're making only match up help, every single one of them.
Absolutely, 100%.
So, yes, they're great, and maybe you don't have to pair into them. Like, maybe hypothetically you're playing Tau at a Super Major and you're going to play Genestealer Cult for the past 3 rounds. I mean, that could happen, right?
I'm sure I could run a GT on the West Coast with him.
What's that? Was that West Coast trash talk? Is that what that was? Okay.
Oh, like the
Listen, he couldn't even win a GT on the West Coast with Iron Man. So.
Okay, guys, Sigler and Poland, combined answer. Best Tau unit that's not popularly used. The most powerful thing that people aren't using.
Stealth suits.
Yeah, it's exactly the answer. Stealth suits.
Okay. Do you want to explain why, or should we just take your word for it?
They're cheap, and they play the mission.
Go back and watch the game.
Yeah, they're cheap, they play the mission, and that's it. That's all you need to know.
I do have a decent amount of output if you really need to.
Oh.
Just sell 1,000
Okay, so the question is, are there any good players in Florida? And I think the answer is there's soon to be.
No, they're just.
Well, I fly lands on Monday.
Once I go to Florida.
Oh, at the moment, no. Right? At this exact moment, no.
Sorry, Ruben. Sorry, Martin.
Well, how are you gonna?
Actually, Richard is from New York. I'm from New Jersey. It's really that's where they're born.
I'm also from not from Florida either.
In fairness to Richard Martin, how are you going to be the second best Richard on the team?
I'm second best player on the team.
Let's not be fair to him.
He used to be number 1. And then Siegler.
Ooh, whose podcast is smaller contest? I don't know about that. I guess who gets the fewest downloads? Do you think it's Brohammer?
Well,
how about non-existent? I win 0.
Who doesn't have a podcast?
Oh, like you haven't been on enough podcasts
Recently.
Yeah, because you had to get good first. I tease.
Throw that best in fact rules. Trash.
Okay, you guys have a few more minutes to ask us questions, then we're going to wrap up. Everybody's going to get ready for their games that start in about a half an hour. Who's playing next?
Me.
So, what's happening on Stream 1? I don't have the schedule in front of me.
Jim and Richard?
Oh, that's right. So Stream 1 is, on the BitPod stream, is the number 1 and number 2 ITC matchup. They'll be playing each other.
Both
and then,
brand new armies.
Oh, are they?
Are you playing?
Yeah, I think so.
And of course, neither of them are playing Tau or Chaos.
I'm playing Tau.
Are you?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh.
Do it. That's more fun. And then on Stream 2 is the pick list. Okay, people bid and donated online to pick their lists. John Lennon will be playing Mono Dark Angels.
Absolutely.
Featuring T8 vehicle spam.
Yep.
Nice.
This is not going well.
And he's going to play against...
Siegler wrote my list, so I had nothing to do with this, but I have 34 fusion guns.
You had a little bit to do with it.
Name the number of drones, too.
Nick was required to play Farsight Tau with Farsight.
I have Farsight.
And we
I
decided,
wanted the 8.
and Richard and I talked about it, and we decided that it should not be just, well, here's the triple Riptide, triple Commander list as Farsight, because that's like...
It's the same thing as that.
Right, that's the same thing, right? So this is a completely different list that he'll be playing. And then on Stream 3, it is Darren and Adam, Commonwealth contest.
Yeah, it is.
I got it right.
So Darren's playing Pure Custodes, and I'm playing a weird menagerie, so I've got Dark Angels. Funny enough, first time in history, Dark Angels are on 2 streams at the same time.
The poor Dark Angels fans can't watch them both. They have to wait to watch one of them. The poor guys, they get no attention.
You can open 2 tabs and watch both at the same time.
You have to donate extra.
We have been sent pictures of people with 3 computers watching all 3 screens. That is the thing that's happening.
Love it. So I'm playing Guard, Dark Angel, and Admech in that one.
Great. So that's what's happening next, and then after that, number 3 and number 4 are playing each other on Stream 2, which is Nick and John. And you guys are playing.
Yep.
Which is fun because how long were you teammates before you actually played each other?
Oh, like 2 years?
Yeah.
That's going to like 5, 6, 7 of the same tournaments and never pairing into each other.
Right.
John and I are actually playing back to back. The first time it's this Dark Angel versus Farsight nonsense, and then we'll play real games.
And then, does anybody remember who the other stream is at 9 o'clock?
Me and Perry.
Oh, yes.
It's gonna be the best game there.
Stay up, guys.
Don't even watch the others.
Make sure it's worth it.
Worth it?
Worth it.
Worth it.
Nice, I like it. All right, so donate in the middle of the next game. What should we give away? What's really something big that we could give away?
The Abaddon.
There's a lot. Oh, the Abaddon, but we haven't shown it to them yet. I'll post that picture of it on the thing and
Yeah,
get
you
that
got
rolling.
2 Dark Angels games going, so Abaddon makes sense.
Yeah.
I have a lot of chaos to give away.
Cash doesn't want them either.
I have a lot of chaos to give away. So I'll give away a couple things. Let's give away the because I like saying it. Oh, we can't give away that till we talk to Jack Boyle. Hold on, retracting my thought. Let's give away the Nick coaching. Let's do that in the next hour.
Cool.
A year?
You get 1 month of free coaching.
1 month.
So he's gonna get on the phone with you. He's gonna talk to you online. Nick's gonna help you build a list. Nick entered into Nick became my coach at really early in my 40K experience. Really was a fantastic experience. Basically, he said, "Stop playing guard. They're for idiots."
That's not what I said. If you like
But it's what he meant.
That's not what he said. What he actually said is that my particular skill set, I already knew everything I was going to learn from guard. And that I should move to Tyranids, and I've been very happy. I was very happy. I moved to Tyranids, and then with Nick's advice, I moved to Double Spirianari because Nick doesn't like me to have friends. But that was fine. But then I went to Tau because at ATC, this guy told me to play Tau, and he had really good reasons.
So I also say I am one of Nick's coaching clients.
Yeah.
I had only ever barely won 1 GT. After bringing him on as my coach, this year I won a major and 2 GTs.
The results, kids.
He told you to move to Seattle.
Was that?
Yeah, that was the advice. Move to a new
Ooh.
Not when moved to West Coast.
Well, you can't.
Someone says, Dark Angels have fans, just not loyal fans.
Oh, that's a win.
That is the comment. I think that person needs a Mob Rules ruler.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that person gets a Mob Rules ruler. That's because that's great, and we got a bunch of them. Let's see. And then the next comment is they are fan addicts, which is also good. Okay, then there was some trash talk about Nick that he doesn't deserve, and I'm not going to read.
I can read it. Did John write it?
No, it's people implying that Nick's not good enough to be a coach is really, I think, unnecessary teasing. It's not. They're like, how much do I have to donate to get a better coach? That's not fair. Okay.
We weren't gonna read it.
And then the other question is anyone going to play Death Watch this weekend?
Who?
Do you have a party sound effect?
Not here. Not at this event.
Someone said
we did a stream of Death Watch against Tau last night on Tabletop Titans.
Oh,
on
look
YouTube.
at you. Nice. Okay. All right, guys. We're going to wrap this up so that these guys can eat. We're going to wrap this up so these guys can eat some lasagna, which...
Is that the game you were
Lasagna?
Is over there? Yeah.
Come on, let's play in 15 minutes. Hurry this up.
So we're gonna eat some lasagna. Then there's gonna be some games. Please donate. The whole point of this is not to have all these people in my house, which is mostly wonderful, unless you ask my wife. No, I'm kidding. She loves it that they're here. So this is.
Comes around with a knife.
She's got a knife right now, so I'm not gonna say anything about it. No, this is absolutely wonderful. I love having all these people here, but that's not the point of this. The point of this is absolutely to raise money for Child's Play. I want to make $10,000. I want to do it even without the fact that we're going to shave Alex's head, which I'm deeply and thoroughly excited about. It fills me with entire excitement. Like everything is excited.
$12,000 from Mark's back.
15,000 to not.
If we make it to 1,500, Nick can design something and they'll shape it in my back. Anything he wants to design.
Oh.
He has to shave it.
Hey, Colin,
It has to be one good.
Stretch goals.
Okay.
I've had this beard for 10 years.
Oh, man.
If we hit 20, I'll shave the beard.
Oh, I'm in on 20.
Let's go.
I'll take the beard.
Guys, let's get it.
20
man, fuck yeah, why not?
Me and Pickles, beardless. Going to LVO without a beard. Oh, man.
Pickles,
It's
get
gonna
this
be cold on the
camera.
face.
Show them that beard.
Look at that
Oh,
beard.
yeah.
Here, guys, you gotta do it.
Beard.
Make this happen.
Oh my god.
A lot of hair will be shed.
I don't know if I can handle that.
I don't want to
Okay. All right, guys. We're gonna shut this down. I appreciate all of you watching. Please make a point of coming and watching the games because that's also fun. This is fun too. And we will be back in about 20 minutes. All 3 streams will be live. Please join us. We'll talk to you guys all soon. Wait.
All right, I got you.